The hull vibrates beneath your heavy boots. It is not a mechanical rattle. It feels like a beast drawing a deep breath. You place a hand on the cold wall. The metal warms instantly against your palm. This ship has slept for 1,000 years. It was waiting for a pulse like yours. You are not just a captain here. You are the spark that lights the fire. The lights flicker on in sequence. They chase away the shadows of the hangar. Dust motes dance in the recycled air. It smells like ozone and old storms. You walk toward the bridge. The corridor seems to stretch to meet you. It is eager to have you inside. You reach the pilot seat. It molds to your shape perfectly. It is comfier than your bed back home. A low hum starts in the floor. The engines are purring. You are the brain of this giant body. A light blinks on the main console. It is not a standard distress beacon. It feels like a tap on the shoulder. You check the long-range sensors. The void outside is dark and quiet. Yet the light persists on the screen. It pulses with a rhythm you almost recognize. You lean closer to the glass. The ship seems to lean with you. It wants to know what is out there. Curiosity bleeds through the deck plates. You have barely left the dock, yet the mystery is already calling. You toggle the comms array. Static washes over the speakers. It sounds like ocean waves on a rocky shore. You adjust the frequency. The ship aids you. It filters out the cosmic noise. The signal becomes clearer. It is not random interference. A low hum rattles the deck. It travels up your spine. This is a message from beyond the chart. You look at the waveform on the screen. It looks like a heartbeat. You decode the rhythm slowly. It is a warning wrapped in a greeting. Someone is saying hello. They are also saying stay away. That is a mixed signal if you ever saw one. The ship interprets the data. It sends a shiver through the controls. You feel its hesitation, but you also feel its hunger. It wants to go where the map ends. You lock onto the signal source. It is drifting in the deep dark. You are going to answer the call. You are not the type to leave a phone ringing, even if the caller might be a ghost. Faces gather on the bridge. Your crew has arrived. They look rough and ready. Each one bears a scar from distant wars. They are the best in the fleet. You nod to your second in command. She looks at the screen and frowns. She knows trouble when she sees it. You feel the weight of purpose settle on them. They trust you to lead them right. The ship senses their presence too. The air pressure shifts slightly. It is acknowledging its new guests. You are the mind. They are the muscle. Together, you form a complete organism. The engineer reports the reactor is green. The gunner checks his targeting systems. Everyone is at their station. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation. You give the order to prep for launch. Engines thrum beneath the floor. They weave threads of gravity around the hull. You watch the external monitors. The ship is dressing itself in invisible armor. Space bends around the vessel. Light curves and twists. You are building a shield from physics itself. It looks like water rippling over glass. The sensation is strange. You feel heavy and light at the same time. The reactor output spikes. Power floods the conduits. The ship is flexing its muscles. You grip the controls tighter. The dock clamps release with a thud. You drift into the open black. The gravity drive engages fully. You are now a bubble in the universe. Nothing can touch you, except maybe a very large rock. Hopefully, you avoid those. Stars blur into streaks of white. You are slipping through a wormhole. The vessel creates a tunnel in reality. You feel a surge of pure speed. It is faster than thought. The view outside is a kaleidoscope. Colors shift from blue to red. You feel exhilaration mixed with awe. This is the ultimate joyride. Your stomach does a little flip. The crew holds on tight. The ship groans under the stress, but it holds together. It was built for this abuse. You guide it through the tunnel walls. One wrong move means oblivion. You keep your hands steady. The exit point is approaching fast. It looks like a pinprick of light. You aim for the center. You burst back into normal space. Floating crystals pulse in the dark. They surround the ship. You have arrived at the source. These are not rocks. They are data storage devices. You scan the nearest one. It hums with forgotten histories. You hear whispers over the comms. They speak of civilizations that rose and fell. It is a graveyard of memories. The ship listens intently. It absorbs the data like a sponge. You learn of the builders. They were giants of the past. They left these crystals as a warning. You feel a sense of tragedy. They died out long ago, but their knowledge remains here. You are the first to hear it in eons. The crew is silent. They are watching the screens in reverence. It is like finding a library in a desert. Shadows coalesce near the crystals. They form a silent predator. It is a ship made of void. You sense danger instantly. The hairs on your neck stand up. The enemy vessel has no lights. It is designed to hunt in the dark, but your ship sees it. The skin of your vessel seems to smile. It was waiting for a fight. The crystals stop pulsing. The enemy locks weapons on you. You see the energy spike. You do not panic. You have been ready for this. The crew snaps into action. Orders fly across the bridge. You divert power to the shields. The first shot hits you. The ship shudders but holds. It absorbs the energy. It tastes the attack. Now it knows the flavor of the enemy. The crew redirects energy. You turn fear into light. The main cannon charges up. You feel the ship respond. It breathes with you. You exhale and fire. A beam of pure white cuts the dark. It hits the shadow ship. Their shields flare and fail. You do not stop there. You initiate evasive maneuvers. The ship dances like a boxer. You weave through the crystal field. The enemy fires wildly. They miss your hull by inches. You loop around a large shard. You come up behind them. The gunner lines up the shot. You nod to him. He pulls the trigger. The enemy engine takes a direct hit. They are dead in the water. You hold your fire. You are not a butcher. Stranded travelers float nearby. They are in a shattered pod. The enemy must have attacked them first. You guide the ship toward them. Mechanical arms extend from the hull. They move with gentle precision. You cradle the pod carefully. It is fragile like an egg. The ship treats them as precious cargo. You bring them into the hangar. The medical team rushes down. You watch on the monitor. The survivors look terrified. They are from a species you do not know. But fear is a universal language. You open the pod remotely. Fresh air rushes in. They cough and look around. They see the human faces. They realize they are safe. You feel a wave of relief. New allies share their stories. They sit in the mess hall. You join them for a meal. They speak of distant worlds. They tell you about the shadow enemy. The bond between you strengthens. You are linking hearts across the cosmos. The ship hums in approval. It likes having more life on board. It feels fuller now. You break bread with strangers. They offer you a map. It shows the enemy base. This is valuable intel. You thank them for the trust. The mood is warm and friendly. But something feels off. You watch the leader of the survivors. His eyes dart around the room. He is looking for something. You keep a hand near your sidearm. Paranoia is part of the job description. A trusted officer stands up. He pulls a weapon. He reveals a concealed agenda. He is working with the enemy. You taste the sting of deception. The room freezes in shock. He aims at the survivors. You move before you think. You tackle him to the ground. The laser blasts the ceiling. The ship shudders in protest. Security drags him away. He screams about the greater good. You do not listen. Betrayal leaves a bitter taste. The hull remains steadfast around you. It does not judge. It only protects. You check on the survivors. They are shaken but unharmed. You apologize for the chaos. They nod in understanding. Trust is hard to build. It is easy to break. The enemy fleet arrives. They tracked the traitor's signal. You are outnumbered 10-1. It looks like a hopeless fight, but you have an ace. The ship has learned from the crystals. It knows a trick or two. You charge the gravity drive. You are not running away. You are turning the drive into a weapon. You aim it at the fleet. The ship shreds the hostile ships. It releases a burst of starlight. Gravity waves crush their hulls. It is violent and beautiful. The enemy formation scatters. They did not expect this power. You pick them off one by one. The bridge erupts in noise. You hear cheers echo through the corridors. You let out a breath. You did not know if that would work. The debris field clears. The survivors are safe. The traitor is in the brig. You have won the day. But the ship is tired. You can feel its exhaustion. It used a lot of energy. You pat the console gently. You tell it good job. It purrs back at you. You are becoming more connected. You wonder where the machine ends and where you begin. A distant homeworld calls. Its beacon is steady and bright. You sense longing and relief intertwining. The crew is ready for shore leave. They want real food and soft beds. You chart a course for home. The journey back is quiet. You reflect on the mission. You found friends and enemies. You found a part of yourself. The stars look different now. They are not just lights. They are destinations. We sit back in your chair. The coffee tastes terrible, but it is the best cup you ever had. You watch the distance counter drop. Home is getting closer. The ship speeds up. It wants to rest too. It dreams of the hangar. The vessel docks smoothly. Its skin is still humming with stories. The ground crew stares in awe. The ship looks different to them. It has changed color slightly. It wears the scars of battle. You realize the truth. The ship now wears its crew as legends. You step off the ramp. You look back at the beast. It sleeps once more. Until the next time.